Well, good evening, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman. Just wanted to do a legal tampering free agent frenzy early recap. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Let me just tell you that shout out to the NFC East. Everybody in the NFC East not named the Dallas Cowboys have went out and improved their team. Green Bay Packers. Well, let's start with the non-NFC East teams. The 49ers, they went out and got Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd, who was a great pass rusher, they add him. Now, they're going to lose Chase. Chase Young's probably not. He's a free agent. Nobody seems to be budging on him. They're probably not bringing him back. They did lose Eric Armstead for cap purposes, but they went out and reloaded and got Leonard Floyd. So the Niners didn't lose much. The Green Bay Packers, they let Aaron Jones go. They cut him. Aaron Jones is on the market. I don't know that Aaron Jones fits the Cowboys, but Aaron Jones is he beat the hell out of the Cowboys and ran all over us in the playoff game, so I wouldn't mind Aaron Jones, but he's not the bell cow guy. Packers sign a younger, better Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney. They did let David Bakhtiari, their often injured left tackle, not a big deal, replace him with McKinney, Josh Jacobs. The Packers get better and better. So, shout out to the Packers for doing that. Niners and Packers did something. The Packers beat us in the playoffs. Niners went to the Super Bowl. Okay? So, that takes me to the NFC East. I told you guys, I told you that the let me bring you closer to me. Let me bring you closer to me because I'm annoyed. Eagles get Saquon Barkley. Now, I'm surprised. Eagles aren't normally the type of team to spend a lot on a running back, especially an injured running back. But nobody could argue the talent of Saquon. I'm interested to see what Saquon does behind that offensive line, even though they lost Jason Kelsey. Still, I'd be interested to see how he looks behind that line. Bryce Huff, defensive end out of the Jets. He's a really high motor young player, helps out the defensive end. And a linebacker, Zach Braun out of New Orleans Saints. That's more of a depth piece, but they get Barkley and Bryce Huff. That helps out the Eagles. I told you they would be active. The Commanders, Austin Eckler. They signed Dorrance Armstrong and Tyler Biadasz from the Cowboys. Again, they are going to be spenders in this market. I called it. They're not done. They're gonna keep signing people. The surprising part was the New York Football Giants trading for Brian Burns out of the Carolina Panthers. Hell of a move. Gave up a second this year and a fifth next year. They lost Saquon Barkley, but they picked up Devin Singletary. Same type of back as Barkley. Injured the same as Barkley. And John Runyon Jr. on a 3-year deal. Tackle, guard. It goes to the Giants. So there's a pattern here, okay? There is a pattern here. The pattern is everybody in the NFC East is doing moves, and the Cowboys are not. Dallas is literally the only team in the whole NFL to not make a move. Seahawks did re-sign Leonard Williams, so that's one of my He's really the only guy that I thought that we possibly would go after, but I wasn't really thinking that. Everybody that I want is still on the table. The number one free agent out there, the number one overall available free agent is out there. Daniil Hunter. Uh, as I'm doing this, I see the Bengals cut Joe Mixon and they're going to sign Zach Moss. So they're going to save a little money. So Joe Mixon is now out there for people to sign. Everybody wants Cowboys to make a move, but Daniil Hunter is still out there. There's of one of these two guys I would like to get, either a Daquan Jones out of Buffalo. He's the guy I really want, would fit perfect with us. And DJ Reader are still out there. I told you I wanted them to get a linebacker, a defensive tackle, and possibly a running back. So Daniil Hunter would be unbelievable if we could land him. But realistically, Daquan Jones or DJ Reader, go get me a running back. Patrick Queen is still out there. I don't expect us to get Patrick Queen, but he is still a free agent. So until he's gone, he's out there. I don't think Dallas would be in on Queen, but who knows? Derrick Henry. There he is. They're hearing a lot of rumors that he's talking to the Ravens. Derrick Henry is out there. I believe he wants to be with Dallas or Houston. He wants to stay in the state of Texas. I know it's like an ugly day for us Cowboys, but it's not over. This is far from over, but you have to give credit where credit's due. The Philadelphia Eagles have improved. The Washington Commanders have improved. And the New York Football Giants have improved. We have lost 3 players, 2 to divisional players. We lost 2 to divisionals. So listen, it's time for Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones to get off of the yacht. Supposedly they're in the Bahamas vacationing. It's a slap in the face, people. You have a job to do. I don't know who you think you are. You can go on vacation in a middle of free agency. I sure hope they're working on stuff, but it's embarrassing. It's a bad look. They may not care, and they want to run their franchise into the ground, in my opinion. They do not want to give hope to any of us fans regarding just, you have an owner who said they want to go all in, but then they really don't do any of that. It's only day one of legal tampering. Nobody has put pen to paper to anything, but very, very frustrating. I know a lot of people in the chat were frustrated to see what was going on or not going on with the Cowboys. Dorrance Armstrong, we were never keeping Dorrance Armstrong, people. Dorrance Armstrong got a lot of money from the Washington Commanders, and shout out to him. But again, we were never keeping him. The only good thing about this whole situation is we're getting some big-time comp picks next year. But I would just say we have a lot of holes, and we don't have that many draft picks. So they're going to have to make moves. They're just not doing it on day 1 or day 2. Hopefully they do stuff soon. Like I said, everybody that we needed them to sign is still out there. Give me DJ Reader or Daquan Jones. Bring in Henry or Aaron Jones. Somebody. We're going to draft a young one. And go get me a linebacker. There's a lot of linebackers still out there, a lot of lower guys that would come in and fit with us. Don't expect a Patrick Queen. If they were to land Daniil Hunter, that would be unbelievable. Again, I don't know where he is going to go. Why not come to the Cowboys? Let me know what you think about DJ Reader, Daquan Jones, Daniil Hunter, Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, now Joe Mixon. There's plenty of players out there. Just surprised. My Eagle subscribers, are you happy with getting Barkley? I know he brings excitement, but As a Cowboy fan, I didn't want Barkley. Just I don't know. Always injured. I really liked DeAndre Swift, so I was just surprised that you let a Swift go and you're paying Barkley over 12 million a year, which is a lot for a running back. But again, like I give the Eagles a lot of credit, they're at least shooting their shot. They're at the end of the game and they're firing up threes, whereas the Cowboys are taking their ball and going home. Dan Quinn's all butthurt that he couldn't take his coaches, but he's going to try and take as many of our players as he possibly can. Thanks, Dan. That's nice. Listen, we weren't going to resign him anyway. I'm surprised they went with Tyler Biotis as fast as they did, but shout out to Tyler. I want to draft, but we need to make some moves in the very near future with a defensive tackle and a linebacker and possibly a running back in free agency. Nothing has changed, people. Everybody needs to keep their head up, but we're going to keep it real here at Game Time, Brian. I'm going to keep it real. Shout out to the Eagles for getting in the fight and improving their team. Shout out to the Giants and shout out to the Commanders. Shout out to Green Bay and shout out to the 49ers. Those winning organizations are getting the job done. Us Cowboys, we're kind of sitting on our hands, holding our breath, hoping that our team does something. So that being said, everybody, hell no. Yeah. All I got to say is the NFL draft is coming up. I'll be there. Mark Holmes will be there. Primetime Phil will be there. Let's hope we get our head out of our ass. Go Cowboys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.